Hey guys, how are you doing? It is TikTok Live, but if you're watching this on YouTube, how are you doing there a little later? It is Saturday. I believe today is like the 7th, perhaps, of June. I hope you guys are doing well. I have not gone live in at least 2 to 3 weeks, so I just wanted to check in because I wanted to talk to you. Side note, I have my retainer in, so it might get a little lispy on some of my videos for the next 2 to 3 weeks because I've got to wear my retainer around the clock. So anyway, let's talk about the silent treatment. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Coach B. Wiley, certified professional life coach. I specialize in dating and communicating. So, if you've run across my page, you're going to hear me talk all about dating and communicating. I'll answer your dating and communicating questions if you have them via email. You can send them to my DMs. You can comment them. You can just ask me your question. And if it's a quick, direct question, I'll answer. If you want something longer and you really have some dating issues and patterns that you need to get rid of, then that's when you can book a session with me. But for those of you ladies tuning in right now, I want to talk about the silent treatment. And if you are subscribed to me on YouTube or if you are following me on TikTok, then you will see that I have been talking about the silent treatment a lot because so many women are going through the silent treatment with these dudes and you're so frustrated. And every time I talk about the silent treatment, that is my most viewed subject across all of my social media. And I just recently, link in my bio, have released a new guide. It's a 20-page guide on his silent treatment, why he's giving you the silent treatment, how to deal with his silent treatment, put up, tolerate, whatever you want to call it, and how to act accordingly. So if you're into that, just go ahead and let me know if you're going through a guy giving you the silent treatment. Let me know that in the comments. If you have a question about the silent treatment, thank you guys for the hearts. If you have a question about the silent treatment, I would be glad to answer them. I'm not going to hold y'all. It's going to be about 15 minutes that we talk here today. But to me, it seems like so many women, when you're in a dating scenario and a guy just goes silent, let's just say typically a guy will go silent if he has done something that is perhaps disrespectful to you. Maybe he yelled, he fussed, he cussed, maybe he told a white lie. Maybe he omitted some information and you found out about something. Whatever it may be, he has now cut off all communication. So if you're in a situation like this, a dating scenario like this, where a guy has deliberately decided he no longer wants to talk to you, the best thing for you to do is keep it cute. There is no reason for any woman, and everything that I'm telling you here, I'm not going to tell you what's in the silent treatment book because it's in the book. I'm just going to give you the basics here of the silent treatment. And if you want more, because I go in depth in my book, link in my bio, on the silent treatment, what to do, how, all that. So what I'm going to tell you here are the basics of it. The silent treatment, or it could be called stonewalling. I looked that up because underneath my video, the search bar said stonewalling. I had never even heard of that. So stonewalling is the same thing. It's when someone is deliberately going out of their way to not engage, to disengage. And when they do that, they're being disrespectful. Whether you think it's normal or not, because you keep getting stonewalled or you keep running into guys who are giving you the silent treatment, this is a toxic trait. It is not normal. There's nothing about it that should be attractive. There's nothing about a dude going silent on you. It's just like he's leaving you on red. Think about that. Think of the last guy that you were engaging with and you were talking to, getting to know, and then all of a sudden he left you on red. How does that make you feel? Like, how does it make you feel when you're literally in your feelings? You thought he was in his feelings about you. You thought you were on the same page, and now all of a sudden he reads your message and it's about something about your feelings and the relationship and the dating scenario, and then he just goes cold. So we have a comment. Kat says, but then you should just walk away. All right, Kat. So when he gives you the cold shoulder, because Kat is saying, when he gives you that silent treatment, just we just abandoning the whole dating scenario? Are we just gonna say F this? Ain't nobody got time for that? And we just gonna be gone? Or, and if that's what you do your thing, and then you got to check your tolerance level, because a lot of women will tolerate so much and then they'll get with a dude who ain't about to tolerate Nathan. Like, you do one thing, he like curly hair and you straight your hair, he gonna leave you on red. Like, some dudes be like that. And so if you're in that situation to where he's giving you the silent treatment, You need to ask yourself, why am I going out of my way to engage with someone who literally doesn't want to engage with me? It goes back to that message on social media. It goes back to that text message. You clearly see this person has read your message. You thought old boy was into you. You thought everything was going good until all of a sudden you have some kind of conflict, a bump in the road, which is normal when you're dating someone and now all of a sudden he don't want to talk. I know that some men can be a man of few words. And there's one thing to be a man of few words, and there's another thing to just ghost the conversation. And then there's another thing to abandon the conversation by leaving it on red. So when you're in this situation, ladies, the best thing you could do is not getting your feelings because there's no reason for it. And if you continue to attract guys who continue to go mute mouth, because when the guy is giving you the silent treatment, I have deemed him the mute mouth man. And when he is doing this, he's deliberately doing this. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He ain't got no chest pains. He ain't got no headache. He ain't stressed out from work. He's just decided that you ain't it as far as engaging with. And the silent treatment can be used as a way to manipulate. It can be used as a way to hold the power in the situation, because some dudes, and this is a shady guys, it ain't about nothing, who be on some BS, who be having hidden agendas. This type of shady dude will deliberately silence himself, and he could do it for days, weeks, months, and then think he can spin the block because you're the fool. He thinks you're a fool and fool enough to be left on silence for months, and then him spin the block back and then say, hey, what you doing? What's up, big head? And he thinks you're dumb enough to then forget why he even ghosted you, left you on red. And because you're so desperate, this is what he thinks. He thinks you're so desperate that you will then pick up where you left off and act like nothing ever happened. And if a dude will do this, see, the silent treatment is all in the same family. You got the silent treatment, you got ghosting, you got left on red. It's all connected. And then you got the ones, and I just did a video about this, the ones who will then put you on silence, leave you on red, ghost you. They will then spin that block right on back because they think they got a fool. And ladies, you have to recognize who you're dealing with, because these dudes know who they're dealing with. And if you have entertained and engaged in conversation and activity and dated a dude who previously ghosted you, left you on red, or put you on silence, you then have to look at yourself. A lot of women, when I get y'all to look at yourself and do some self-assessments, y'all want to do that. Y'all can't be too good to look at yourself. You can't think you just too wise that you can't even look at yourself in this situation. Apple user says, you are so wise. Thank you so much. Kat said, I did this for 14 years with a master manipulator. You know, that's a book title. I'm writing a book called How to Master the Manipulator. That's so funny that you said that. I did this for 14 years with a master manipulator. I'm done. So if I see any more of this, I'm gone. And so many women, I'm drinking some water. Let me take a water break. This is my favorite water to drink on earth. It is, I don't even like grape soda. I don't even drink soda. But I saw this grape. Get it ice cold. It will change your life. Thank me later. All right. Thank you, Kat. Kat says you're smart. What I was going to say is, let me go back up here. Oh, yeah. Tolerance level. So why is it that women, this is a good question. Why is it that women why is our toleration level like sky is the limit? Like there's nothing he can do, and every time he does do something and you forgive him, that toleration level goes up even higher. Like, what is that about? What is it about women that we would tolerate nonsense so much over and over again? We might have patterns of doing it, but when it comes with a dude, you can do one little thing. I told y'all, you can straighten your hair when it's naturally curly. He's just like, nah, sis, we're going to have to rethink this. I'm rethinking the whole relationship because I don't know that I can tolerate you with straight hair. Like, what is that about? Ladies, do you know? Low self-esteem. Okay. So Kat says women tolerate a lot of nonsense due to low self-esteem. And when it comes to low self-esteem, what does that look like? That looks like you think you can't do no better. I remember when I was dating, I use that word loosely. I was dating Mac Daddy. Now, if you don't know who Mac Daddy is, link is in my bio. Go to my YouTube page. I talk all about Mac Daddy. So anyway, I was dating Mac Daddy, and with him, I had the lowest self-esteem. I was so desperate and in just so in need to connect with him, and that I was just, my toleration level was through the roof. And what low self-esteem just looks like: being left on red, not using your voice, you seeing something but you don't say nothing, you're crying in a corner. I gotta sneeze. You end up being crying in a corner because he's giving you empty promises. He's charming the heck out of you one day, and then the next day you can't get a hold to him. He's emotionally unavailable. But here you are. Here you are with Mac Daddy, trying to get him to see you, trying to get him to like you, trying to get him to pick you when you don't even pick yourself. Because if you did pick yourself, you wouldn't be dealing with no dude who's up, down, and all around, who's picking you up and putting you down. So you'll know you have low self-esteem when you look in the mirror and you're like, well, what the heck is wrong with me? Why this dude don't like me? What the heck is wrong with me as far as to why he continues to give me the silent treatment? What the F is wrong with me that he keeps leaving me on red? He keeps ghosting me. He keeps disrespecting me. He keeps talking out the side of his neck when he talks to me. He keeps not planning dates, saying he gonna do this, don't do nothing. Like, the list goes on. I could literally write a book on the many excuses that a guy will give you, a woman with low self-esteem, who lacks self-confidence, who is desperate, who is thirsty, who is all these things. And I'm not saying these things because I'm trying to put you down or nothing like that. If y'all seen me before in these videos, I used to be the queen of low self-esteem, desperate, thirsty, pick me. That's why I came up with the phrase hearts in your eyes. That's when you're infatuated with the dude. You can't see beyond nothing else because he's charming, he's good looking, he's 6 foot tall, he's everything that's on your list. So when he's showing up looking like that, aesthetically pleasing to all your needs, your physical needs and your likes, you overlooked all that nonsense, all that junk, all that BS, being inconsistent, lying to your face. It just don't make sense. So that's why it's important for you to work on your 3 S's. Self-care, self-development, self-reliance. I wrote a book on that. The link is in my bio. Everything that I got, the link is in my bio. And when it comes to before you get with the guy, so you won't find yourself in a pattern of attracting and being attracted to the guy who's going to ghost you and silent treatment you, you got to get yourself together. And self-care, we know what that is, right? Taking care of ourselves. How are we looking aesthetically? Our physical body, our insides, our mental health, our spirit. What are we reading? What are we watching? That goes down to self-development. When we're talking about self-development, my head keeps itching. That's why I keep scratching. I just washed my hair, but it's like really itching, like right there. But anyway, so when we're talking about self-development, what are you watching every day? What are you reading? Of course, you want to have balance. You can listen to a little bit of trap music, but you also want to get in tune with the Bible. So you got your balance. You can go over here to the lounge, but you also want to go to church if you believe in God. Balance. You can have some water today and some wine tonight. You got your balance. So that's your development. Self-reliance is that you're going into a situation when you're dating, but you're together financially. So if you needed him for something, of course he's going to be there because he's a provider, right? He's going to support you, of course. However, you need to be able to support yourself before you even get with him so that you won't settle for him when he acting a fool just because he can financially take care of you. All right, let me look in the notes because I saw some rolling. Yup. Kiki says, yup. Kat, yup. And then Shan, good to see everyone. Hey, girl. Kat, and if they have money, there you go. See, I just touched on money and now I'm reading your comment. And if they have money, it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I would rather have a good person. I didn't even read your comment. And I was just saying, a lot of women will tend to find themselves settling. You'll know that self-esteem ain't where it needs to be. And you're not developed. You don't got your 3 S's mastered. Self-care, self-reliance, self-development. The 3 S's to solving single. That's my book. You'll know you have not mastered those 3 S's. If you're entertaining the thought about being with a lying, cheating, doggy scumbag who's being disrespectful just because he's paying your bills, he's paying your car note, or just because he can buy you anything that you want. Like, what really are you losing here? You're losing your dignity, your self-worth, your pride, your morals. That's why standards and boundaries come in. Because, hey, let's just say he is out here trifling. Hey, that's when you realize, money or not, you have to get your ducks in a row. So it's okay. You can get your ducks in a row while you with him. And then get your ducks up and then you deuce out. and it's all good, right? Because we all have different scenarios. Sometimes we'll have to live with someone, people lose their jobs, this economy is not right. But I'm saying, don't justify being with him just because he can pay your bills and financially support you when you ain't got no peace of mind. When it's a bunch of spinning tornadoes inside of you, but on the outside, you look like it's all good on social media, but you're literally in crisis on the inside. Kat said she too old, child. We love, we show is. You better say that. I don't care if you're 21 years old. You are too old to be dealing with this nonsense when you don't have to. And a lot of women believe and have convinced ourselves that we have to deal with stuff that's just unacceptable, that we have to tolerate. There's that word again, that we have to tolerate stuff that doesn't make sense. So Tamara, I'm in your conversation. Yes, because child, when they have a lot of money, they have hella options. And the thing is, girl, you can have hella options too. Work on your self-care. Go out looking like a diamond, honey, with your hair, with your nails, with your skin, with that body. Hey, with your brain, sis, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, your energy. And you ain't even got to be all glammed up. I'm not even saying you got to be glammed up to get no dude to be aesthetically pleasing. You can be natural without makeup. I see women every day, beautiful, flawless, of all ages. It's your energy. That's the thing. And I talk about that all the time, about it being the energy that is on you that is going to attract the dog or that is going to attract the quality guy. Yay, Tamara. Tamara said, yes, ma'am, Kat, exactly. I'm just here to let y'all know. Have y'all ever dealt with I know Kat, she responded, but Tamara, have you ever dealt with the silent treatment? And what did you do, Missy? There was a young lady in my DMs. She DM'd me this morning, but I have had a full day. This is the end of my day. Y'all see I'm still on here. I'm still working for y'all. So at the end of the day, but I did see her message like 12 hours later almost. But she did ask me about a situation that she was going through. The guy just being disrespectful. And by the day, she said it started off slow with disrespect. And then it continued to snowball. And now it's to the point where she's just like, oh, no, I got to get out of here. And here's the thing. Bad behavior, as long as you're rewarding bad behavior, as long as you're rewarding that silent treatment and trying to get him to talk to you, guess what he going to do? Continue to be silent on you. Because now he knows, and he's actually in motion and testing out how far over the edge he can push you. And as long as you keep getting pushed back, and you ain't got no pushback of I'm out of here, he's going to continue to move and push. What is it when you move what is it? They keep moving what is it called when you move I forget. It's like a pole when you move it. And it's like, where's the end game here? Why do you keep moving? I think I've reached the goal, but then you move it. I don't know what that's called, but do y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, Deborah said when she was getting the silent treatment, she blocked him, don't have time for her. And that's the thing. Y'all, if y'all start treating y'all time like money, y'all quit spending a lot of this time, a lot of your good old time, a lot of your good time, sis, on these dudes. And that's why usually when I give a scenario, I like to give the work. If you knew on your job that they told you they was going to pay you 6 figures, they say, hey, you start today, we pay you 6 figures tomorrow. Tomorrow come up. You get your check at the end of the week. It got 2 figures. Are you just going to let it be? Are you just going to let them not say nothing to you when you address it? Are you just going to take it is the thing? Are you literally going to take it? Or are you going to be like, nah, I'm out. I'm not about to work another week for 2 figures when you promised me 6. It's the same thing with a dude. He's showing up. He's being consistent. He's engaging. Then all of a sudden he fall off the face of the earth because he doesn't want to talk about an issue you're addressing. It always boils down to an issue you're addressing in this dating scenario. He doesn't want to talk about it because he's creating the issue. You don't continue to just keep addressing over and over. No, you do it once. And then you watch for his reaction, if he has one or not. And then you decide, well, does the silent treatment work with me? So you mean to tell me this only in the beginning? We've been dating for 6 months and this is our first issue and he done gave me silence. So this is go-to. If he's going silent now for a day, what is he going to do in the next 6 months? Will it be 2 days? 3? Yes. Just like that girl who was in my DM, she said it kept compounding on itself. That's with anything. Let's just say you started to gain weight and you're like, man, I put on 5 pounds. It's been about 3 months. I haven't been really watching my weight, but all right, whatever. It is what it is. I can still feel my clothes. Another 6 months go by. You check on the scale. Oh my God, I could wear this 6 months ago. I cannot fit this shirt. I've looked on a scale, I've gained 15 pounds. Holy crap, what is going on? Things don't get better. Things don't go from worst to best when the person isn't even taking accountability for the crap that they're doing. It would be different if he was going silent. He's used to going silent on women and ain't nobody ever addressed it with him. So he never really considered changing his ways or considering the woman. That's different. I'm talking about a dude who's deliberately doing something he know he shouldn't be doing. And so Tamara said, yes, man, instead of wondering, I wandered the hell off. I like that one. Now that's funny. That's actually funny. Michael, all you did was put at Coach B Wiley. Michael, you got a question? But yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here with you guys and just talk to you about the silent treatment, because to me is, once you educate yourself, once you've gone through these things that you've gone through. I moved from expensive 2,500 square foot house to 900 square foot. She's happier. See, it's all about peace of mind. You can be in the biggest place, like 2,500 square feet. That is a great size. From a 900, that's a big difference. Trust me, I totally understand that it's a big difference. But Kat has peace of mind, and that's what it's about. Tamara, every relationship needs conflict resolution. Yup. This is a more mature approach. Yes. And speaking of that, because I'm really big on communication, like I would much rather teach communication probably than dating, but I do like dating. But I say communication more because so many people cannot communicate, and it gets on my nerves. Like, we're talking about professionals with an education and experience cannot communicate to save their lives. And when it comes to conflict, a lot of people, I hear this every day. Do not use this, what I'm about to say. Well, I didn't want to confront him. I'm not a confrontational person, but I do think he's seeing someone else. Like, you're not confronting anyone, ma'am. You're addressing behavior. Confrontation. Y'all got to realize what the definition of confrontation. When you're confronting someone, you got big bad energy. That means you coming in hot. You like this in their face, rolling your neck, yelling, whoop, 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 moving furniture. That's a confrontation. When you address, you're leading with love, as I teach y'all to do. And if you don't love him, it ain't been that long, it's fine. You can like him. You're leading with love. And what that looks like is you're opening up the conversation, expressing gratitude. You're letting him know, hey, this is why I date you. This is what I care about. This is what I like, blah, blah, blah. Then you transition with the word however. You have to use however, not but, because if you use but, it freaking cancels out everything you said about giving gratitude. That don't make sense. So you say, however, and then you describe his behavior and you back it up with receipts. And you say, what can we do about this? How can I help you if I can? What can we do? You let him answer, and then you watch his actions. And if his actions is showing you he wants you to continue to kiss his butt, if his actions continue to show you that he takes you for a fool, if his actions continue to tell you that he know you ain't going nowhere because he got all this money, he's Scrooge McDuck, then that's when your actions, like old girl said, what she say? When she wandered the hell off, that's when you need to do some wandering. And you need to wander yourself up out of that situation. It's just like that. But guess what a lot of y'all do? A lot of women, not y'all because I'm a woman, a lot of women will then go back, after I just laid it out for y'all what to do and watch them, y'all will then go back because he still ain't improved, and then you'll readdress it. And you'll just keep readdressing. And then what you do after that, you get mad as hell at yourself. You get so mad, you get so frustrated, nothing is changing. But all you got to do is just leave the situation. But you feel like you're stuck in the situation for whatever reasons, probably because back to the money, you feel like you can't get a dude that look better. You feel like ain't no dudes outside no more. Everybody is either married and or gay, so you don't have no options. So you might as well stick with this option. And that is what is that again? First of all, that's negative talk that you shouldn't be believing. That's intrusive thoughts. That's intrusive thinking. That is you not believing that you deserve more. That's what that is. So let's not do that. So like Tamara says, every relationship does need conflict resolution. And it takes two people to communicate that well. That's why early on, I say this in one of my videos. That's why I tell y'all on that first date, you need to find out what kind of communicator he is. You know what kind of, first you need to discover what kind of communicator you are. For example, I used to be the kind of communicator that would cut people off. I would literally just cut people off when they was talking. You know how rude that is? Can you imagine you talking to me and I just cut you off? Like, how? How rude is that, Be Widely? It is rude. But I used to do it. And because I'm self aware, I stopped doing it. And I realized I was doing it. No one called me out on it. I just realized I was doing it because I had to teach a seminar on how to communicate. And I had to come up with the different types of communicators. And I realized that's the kind of communicator I was. And this is off the top of my head. I've gone to a communication seminar years and years ago when I did corporate. Because when I did corporate and I knew I wanted to work for myself eventually and get this Be Wiley thing taken off, I would sign up for programs that they would pay for so that I can apply it to Be Wiley. So that's your little corporate tip right there. If you know you eventually want to work for yourself, you find a way to get your job to pay for that seminar so that you can apply it to your stuff, your entrepreneur job. How you say it? Entrepreneur. So you can apply it to being a self-employee, working for self, and then you can learn it off they dime, not yours. And seems like it was one thing else, one more thing. CAG, yeah, but you're smart, so you probably are in a hurry because some people don't express well. Thank you. A lot of people telling me I'm smart today. I appreciate that. Well, I do read a lot. I read, but as far as communicating, let's just say you the worst kind of communicator. You can always learn. Like YouTube is your friend, y'all. There are so many free audiobooks that I have listened to on there that I've learned so much from. You can just practice. Ask your friends with the unbiased opinion about you, that care about you, that know you, that will give you constructive criticism. Ask them what kind of communicator you are. And just listen to yourself when you're communicating and then go from there. And you have to get comfortable with communicating. One of my clients, I was talking to her the other day, and she used to be a text master. And what is a text master? A text master is someone that never really verbalizes anything. They text it. And a lot of people who are texting are usually scared to say it out of their mouth, scared of a reaction, scared how the person is going to respond. Just fear. It's fear-based. And so now she's more verbal. And guess what she's noticing? She's noticing a difference in a person's reaction that she's talking to. She's picking up on flaws in their communication skills, and it's bugging her. So the best thing for you to do is to work on your communication style, your communication skills. Now, back to what I was saying on that first date. So you won't be 10 years down the road and having all kind of communication issues or not communicating at all with the person that you're with. On that first date, you got to find out what kind of communicator he is. So if it were me, I'd be like, all right, what kind of communicator you are? I know me. I used to tend to cut people off. And so now I've learned to shut up and listen. Simple as that. And then he is then supposed to answer and say, well, ain't nothing wrong the way I communicate. I'm usually not the problem. Well, that's a problem right there, because ain't nobody perfect. Even though I specialize in this, I literally got my degree from the School of Mass Communication. Oh, I still could do better on my communication. And I'm literally working on it each and every day. I break down every scenario where there was a communication issue and I say, how could that have done better? And that's self-assessment, that's self-awareness, and that's the things that comes with you if you want to be the best you in that relationship, because you can't ask for a dude, a quality man, to be all these things when you're not, right? Because like attracts like. All right. So I think I'm done for now. Thank you so much for the hearts. I got over almost 2,000 hearts. Thank you so much. Now, if you're still here, let me tell you this. If you want to ever ask me a question, put it in my comments, shoot me a DM. That's more private. Most of y'all do that. Shoot me a DM here. Make sure you're following me on all the things. Coach Be Wiley. Click the link in my bio is where you will find my stand store. That's where you will find the silent treatment book. You will find a freebie in there that I'm not going to tell you the name of. You need to go in there and look and see what it is and download it. It's something free for you. That's where you will find my guide, Successfully Solving Single. That's where you will find my guide, how to communicate with your mate. And if you want my first book, I'm an author, by the way. I'm a published author. What's the name of the book? Don't even know the name of the book, child. Hello, my name is Single, Ready to Mingle. It is on Barnes & Noble as a soft copy. And hello, my name is Single, Ready to Mingle. I'm crazy. It is on Google Play as an audio. How is it? As an audio book? Yeah, it's on there as an audio book. It's not a soft copy. So Google Play, Barnes & Noble. Hello, my name is Single. I believe that link is in my stand store. And then beyond that, if you want to, you're welcome, Kat. You're welcome, Tamara. Have a great day. You too, girls. So if you wanted to book me one-on-one, feel free. Hit the link in my bio again. what is it called? My mentor.life, Coach B. Wiley. That link is in my bio. All my links are in my bio. It's Coach B. Wiley on everything. Literally, Coach B. Wiley. Just Google me and all my stuff will come up. But if you want to book a one-on-one with me and you're committed to the process of me helping you and giving you the tools and you're doing your homework and you're learning how to listen, then go ahead and book a session with me. Y'all, I am silly and I'm not sorry. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like. Talk to you later.